Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video. Today guys, we're going to be doing a new series doing a post-rotation PTCGO matches. Now here's the thing. I'm going to be heading to Italy on the 16th of July. By the time you're watching this, I already am in Italy. I'm actually pre-recording this in June. And I'm going to be in Italy for 14 days. I'm barely going to have any internet. I'm not going to be able to play PTCGO that much, if like at all. Like I'm definitely not going to be able to make videos. Like I'm not going to be bringing my whole setup with me. So I had to pre-record videos. I don't want to have 14 days with no uploads. I could make maybe like 2 or 3 extra videos. But these post-rotation videos, I can keep nice and short. They're fun to play, and I'm sure you guys will be interested in watching them because it is post-rotation. And it's going to be obviously very interesting to see the new format. So this is basically what is going to be on the channel, and obviously I'm going to have some other deck videos up and stuff like that. Before we get in the video though guys, of course, shout out to the sponsor Cardcraft TCG. As always guys, if you're ever in any need of PTCGO codes, you get them there. If you're trying to get Unified Minds codes, trying to get those, get them over at Card Cavern TCG. If you're trying to pre-order Unified Minds codes, you can get them over at Card Cavern when they're up for pre-order and all that good stuff. Just keep checking back, and when they get up for pre-order, you can also get trainer kits, elite trainer boxes, and Pokemon GX box codes if you're in any need of like Kangaskhan GX or Pikarom deck box codes. You get them over at Card Cavern TCG. If you do get something from Card Cavern TCG, of course guys, at the checkout, use code LDF for a 5% discount on your purchase. So shout out to Card Cavern TCG. Check them out. Use code LDF. So yeah, I'm going to be away for 14 days, and this is going to be the first of many post-rotation deck videos. I have a bunch of different post-rotation decks built. There is one issue with playing these decks right now. The series is kind of not that going to be like amazing because I can't really use like GX decks because of Cherish Ball not being available yet, which is like one of the main cards any deck playing a GX will play. So unfortunately, a lot of these decks are just going to be like non-GX rogue decks, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Cherish Ball is coming out in the next set. We don't have access to that yet, so I can't use Cherish Ball within this video. But what I can do is I can use non-GX decks that don't need Cherish Ball. Obviously, there's cards like Reset Stamp, which is, you know, some people are debating it's going to be like a one-of in like every deck. So there's different stuff you can play, obviously, but for the most part, we're just sticking to what we got to work with. And to be honest, Reset Stamp, I don't really think is needed in some of the decks that I've built here. And I do have quite a few post-rotation decks. And again, they're mostly just going to be non-GX decks. Some of them have a couple GXs, but they don't need Cherish Ball to work. So there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series while I'm in Italy. If you do, make sure to leave a like. So let's look at the first one. So the first one I wanted to cover was going to be an Alolan Exeggutor deck. One of the decks that I think has one of the most support, or the best support out of like a lot of different decks to work with in this new format. Alolan Exeggutor does still have a lot of its cards. It has Shuckle to power up Exeggutor. Exeggutor can also run Grovyle in the deck as a way to get grass Pokemon. You can use Grovyle to find your Exeggutor. Obviously, one of the main issues with being a grass type right now is Reshizard and different fire decks in general, and Reshizard's not going anywhere with this new format anyways. So that's one of the main problems with playing this Exeggutor deck, but it doesn't really worry about that because you play no GXs in here. I didn't put Sceptile GX or anything, or Buzzmos in the deck. I'm just keeping it simple with the non-GXs. Obviously, in this new format, we did lose cards like Ultra Ball and Double Color Synergy, and a big one being Nest Ball also, and, you know, Choice Bands and Guzma. So it's a really interesting format. I actually have no Gusting in this deck, and that's interesting, but here's the problem with playing Gusting. So if I were to run Custom Catchers in this deck, would Custom Catcher really work? Probably not, because the problem with Custom Catcher is you need to have both in your hand. It takes up 4 spots in your deck. So I feel like there are going to be times where Custom Catcher won't be needed, and you kind of just have to rely on just taking straight knockouts. That is one of the issues with playing this deck, is there's no Custom Catcher in the deck. Obviously, I didn't put Custom Catcher in here, and it's up to you guys if you guys feel like Custom Catcher is needed. Obviously, this is just my vanilla base build of this Alolan Exeggutor deck. You guys can obviously tweak it as you want. This is the build that I'm going with, and again, I have no Custom Catchers in here. And if you want to play Custom Catcher, whatever, be my guest. It's up to you. So we don't really need to talk about the Pokemon. I am playing the Zebstrika because draw support is really good. There's no Pokegears or anything. We're just going to be relying on what we draw, and I feel like that's fine. We do have a decent amount of Pokemon search thanks to Grovyle and Netball being pretty big. So yeah, that's it for the Pokemon. Now we go into the items and everything. I am playing Acro Bikes. Obviously, it's a great way to get cards. Acro Bike's another really good searching card in this new format. It's not an amazing card, because you don't look at the top 2 cards of your deck, but it is one of the better ways you can find cards you're looking for without really having to do crazy stuff. I'm playing Friend Ball. Friend Ball could be decent. We have a couple different types in the deck. We have Blitzle, which is Lightning, we have Mew and Psychic, and we have Colorless, and we have Grass. Friend Ball, I really think, could be a staple in a lot of different decks. Decks that play Lightning types, I think, can play Friend Ball because of how popular Lightning's going to be. Any deck that plays like a couple Fire Pokemon can play Friend Ball. I mean, you could play like a couple Friend Balls in your deck, because if you run into any match that has a few different types of Pokemon, you could honestly take advantage of this card. I am playing a Lure Ball. I really like Lure Ball because in this type of a deck, you could actually take advantage of Lure Ball pretty well. Say you Acro Bike away an Exeggcute or a Grovyle, you can Lure Ball it back. If you have an Exeggcute in play and your active Exeggutor gets knocked out and you can't get an Exeggutor in play, you can actually just Lure Ball to get your Exeggutor out of the discard pile. You're not going to get the egg back like Stretcher, but you can't get the Exeggutor back. So that's why Lure Ball could be a really cute card, kind of like a mini Stretcher. Again, 4 Net Ball is an insane card for this deck. I'm playing 3 Pokecoms. Pokecom is one of the only good cards in this new format that can search for Pokemon. I got 2 copies of Switches to be able to switch out your Pokemon just because it's nice to have. An Exeggutor has a bigger treat. And there might be some Poison, Confusion, Paralysis heavy decks because of the fact, well, especially stuff like Raichu, Alolan Raichu GX, and Kyurem decks. Considering Guzma and Ace Roll are gone, those Paralysis decks might be a bit stronger, so having these switches and having like Tate Liza and Life Force is really good. I am playing Life Force into Viridian. There's no Shrine in this deck, and I think we can definitely run a Shrine or 2, but I've actually just gone with 2 Viridians because it searches out your basic energy. Up to you though if you want to play Shrine or Viridian. I'm going with Life Force to be able to heal the Exeggutor. And going into the supporters, Cynthia, Lillie, Tate Liza, it's just simple stuff. I am playing at Faba. Shedinja could be an issue. There's really no tool remover cards outside of Faba. And I'm actually going to be playing Brock's Grit. Brock's Grit is honestly one of the best underrated cards, I think, going in this new format. A lot of people are really underestimating this card. This could honestly be a one-of in like every deck in this new format because Brock's Grit is one of the only ways to effectively get back your Pokemon and your energy. And it's a good card. It really is. Now, it's not great in this deck in some situations because you actually might get back your basic energy that you had to discard. So, using Brock's Grit in the late game is more key than using it in the early game. You want to use this when you're really low on Exeggutors. And yeah, Brock's Grit is going to be a huge card in this deck. Now, my tool is going to be Choice Band, or Choice Helmet. I almost said Choice Band. But yeah, Choice Band is leaving the format, unfortunately. So the only tools that are really good are the Fairy Charms, Choice Helmet, Spell Tag, and you have a Skateboard, and Dragon's Talon. You can play like a Dragon's Talon Dragon Exeggutor build, and I might make a build on that later on. But I'm going to be going with Choice Helmet in this build. And you know what? It gives Exeggutor 190 HP effectively against GX Pokemon. So yeah, that's that. I am running the Sceptile. Ultra Beasts are probably one of the best surviving Pokemon, especially with the new Nagano GX coming out. Ultra Beasts are going to be really good in this new format. So this Sceptile is insanely good against Ultra Beasts. But yeah, this is my Exeggutor Sceptile Grovyle deck, or I'll call it Exeggutor Grovyle. Yeah, let's try it out in a post-rotation match against ZapBeasts Ultra Beasts. Hope you enjoy the match. Alright guys, here we go. Let's get into the post-rotation game, playing Alolan Eggs up against Glassman. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name. So yeah, I'm excited to play. Obviously, one of the downsides to playing post-rotation matches on PTCGO is we just don't have Cherish Ball yet, which is a huge factor in what you gotta build. But I feel like I've come up with a decent amount of post-rotation decks that don't really need GX Pokemon. So we are going to start with an Exeggcute and a Zebra. So we'll see if Friend Ball actually works. I'm really curious to see if we get to use Friend Ball a couple times. Like, I'm actually really curious if Friend Ball works for us or not. Ooh, a Zapdos deck. So we'll see what kind of Zapdos build this is. It might be a ZapBeasts deck. We'll see if it is. Could just be ZapBeasts. I do have a Zapdos deck build too, so we can actually retreat our Exeggcute here, give up the energy. We can play Friend Ball, grab nothing. Oh no, we grab a Blitzle, yeah. See, Friend Ball is one of the best cards ever printed. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, you see how good Friend Ball is, boom. Maybe Friend Ball is going to be a good search card, I don't know. There's a Shuckle, we can slap that down. Get rid of Dark, Lightning, and Fire, I guess. Okay, so we can Netball, get Treecko. We'll see if we have the Sceptile. We do. We don't really need it, but still having Grovyle to find us our eggs and stuff is going to be really good. And I'm just going to pass. We don't need to play Life Force down right now. Life Force might be good in this matchup, though. Zapdos struggles to one-shot Exeggutor, because it does need a lot of damage multipliers. It's going to need, what, 3 Electro Powers to knock out Exeggutor? And if they don't get there, we can just Life Force heal. We'll see how this goes, though. This definitely looks like a ZapBeasts deck, which is fine. I'm curious to see how ZapBeasts does. I do have my own ZapBeasts post-station list built. Unfortunately, I couldn't play it, though, because of Beast Energy's ban. But, I don't know. So, just a Thunder Assault for 10, so my opponent doesn't have much. That's one of the things about this new format, is you can sometimes get bad hands. It looks like we don't actually have to give up the Life Force, which is good. We can Cynthia here. See if we can get a Grass Energy or not. We do. Got another egg. We weren't able to find a Grovyle, but joke's on you, we were able to find a Grovyle. Alright, we'll get Grovyle out of the deck. This is one of the nice things I like about... We're actually in for 100. It's one of the nice things I like about having the Grovyle. It's a free search card. In a format where searching for Pokemon is not as good as it once was, Grovyle is actually insanely good in this type of a deck. So is Netball. We could probably do the Life Force, but I'm just going to try to Shake. We can actually hold the Faba. We might play it next turn. We're not really in any, like, bad... We're in a pretty good spot right now, I would say. My opponent, you know, needs to commit a lot to knock out the Exeggutor. And if they want to go with, like, they have, like, Sledgehammer turns. They might be playing Kartana in the deck, too. And we'll see if they're going to be running Nihilego, so they might have some things they can do. And there's a Friend Ball. That can get them a Zapdos. Yep. See, Friend Ball, guys, it's a busted card. It really is. Okay, there's a Stellar Wish. So my opponent needs to find a switching card. They're going to need 3 Electro Powers to KO me here. And if they don't get the KO, we're going to put a Life Force in play, heal the Exeggutor, and go from there. There's a Lillie. There's a Skateboard. They're going to Lillie for 4. Alright, so they're going to need energy and stuff like that. We'll see what other tricks they got in their deck. It might just be a straightforward Zapdos deck, but we'll see if they play anything else that can help the opponent out. There could be more attackers. We'll see if they're playing Jolteon or something like that too. We don't really have like any answer to like Jolteon. Jolteon could be a bit of a threat. Ooh, they got Celesteela. That could actually one-shot Exeggutor, but no, he's actually going to bring it up. So he might be playing Brock's Grid. That's another thing you got to consider in this new format is Brock's Grid. So let's play Acro Bike. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. We got rid of that last energy. We can Faba the Escape Board off, which I might as well do just to slow them down. We don't need to play the Life Force quite yet. We can do another Sunshine Grace, get another Exeggutor in play. And as you can see, we are now racking in Exeggutors. And we're not even going to bother doing Sprint. We can just hit him for 120. Not a knockout, but it still puts some nice damage on. Again, we can hold the hand. There's nothing really bothersome. And the nice thing is we don't have to worry about Guzma. So we don't have to worry about my opponent ever going like Guzma, Zapdos, knockout Grovyle. That threat is gone. So they might be playing double Custom Catcher. I feel like Jirachi decks in this new format can get away with Custom Catcher plays because Jirachi can get you your Custom Catcher pieces fairly easily. So I do feel like Jirachi, you know, Custom Catcher is still a good combo. Alright, yeah, my opponent just got Sat Face. So that's one of the things with Zapdos, is like, without like Guzman and stuff, the deck, it's not terrible, it just, the amount of switching you do is not good. We'll probably just get rid of Tate Liza. I don't really care about the Viridian anymore. Yeah, my opponent's kind of just stuck right now. I'm just going to knock him out. We're in a pretty good spot, I would say. If they knock out Exeggutor, we can Brock Grid it back. I could have netballed there for another energy if I wanted to. I mean, we have a lot we can do right now. But as you can see, guys, Exeggutor might be one of the better decks. There's an Electro Power. Ooh, an Electro Charger. And, ooh, no heads. That's pretty rough. That's going to hurt them. Because, again, they need to do a triple Electro Power knock me out. Even if they don't knock me out... Ooh, there's another one. We have a Life Force waiting for them. I actually hope they knock me out, just so this game isn't like just me destroying them with Exeggutor. Ooh, another Electro Charger. Alright, there we go. They did get a heads. Alright, let's see if they get that last Electro Charger. Oh, there's a Tate. I actually want them to get a knockout, because I don't want this game to just be like me sweeping them with Exeggutor. We'll probably be doing best 2 out of 3, though, so it's all good. Ooh, they got Buzzwole. Do they have that last Electro Power? They have a third Electro Charger. Ooh, double heads. They can get back that Electro Power. But do they have... Ooh, Custom Catcher for 2. Okay. It's heating up. Oh, they got the knockout. Nice. They actually got the knockout. Those Electro pads are ridiculous. They did have Sledgehammer, though. So they kind of had a bit of a trade-off there. But I guess Buzzwole wasn't going to knock me out. And if even they went Sledgehammer, they still wouldn't have KO'd me there. Alright, once again, we're chilling. Probably just hold the hand and just do Sunshine Grace for another... just get another Exeggutor for next turn. But you just knock him out, Tropical Shake. Take our prize. What are we looking at here? Lillie. Yeah, best just to hold the hand. We have like Brock's Grit. We have Life Forest, which is like the big reason why I'm kind of holding this hand. And I could get Sceptile next turn, I guess, in the threat of these Ultra Beasts attacking me. Yeah, this is a pretty bad matchup for my opponent, thinking about it. Because they have Ultra Beasts, but I have Sceptile in the deck. And not to mention, Exeggutor is not easy for Zapdos to KO. Without Guzma anymore, it's not like Zapdos can be picking off the Exeggcutes as easily. I don't know. This is a pretty bad matchup for my opponent, I would like to say. We'll see if they have any more Electro pads or Chargers or whatever they're called. I'm sure my opponent does want to get back as many Electro Powers as they can. Or maybe not. I mean, they only have 1 in the discard, right? Because I did shuffle back those other 2. Okay, so they still have 3 in the deck to get me here. Ooh, Spiritomb is going to be pretty interesting. We don't actually play any Gusting, so it's not like we can just like custom catcher this up. So he could easily have this thing be built up. But again, we're already 3 prizes in. Exeggutor is one-shotting almost everything outside of the Buzzwole. But if I get Sceptile here, Buzzwole can't even damage me. So it's like, I don't know, it's not good for my opponent, to say the least. But that Spiritomb definitely could be a potential one-shot for my opponent if they do need to take a one-shot. They are going to go with Zapdos. They can Thunderous Assault me here, not for a knockout, and we have something coming for them. So, what do I want to do here? So, I think what we'll do, play the Life Forest. Just a big card. We'll Net Ball just to burn it. Get another Grass Energy into play. I think we just Lillie, in all honesty. We'll just burn this too. Not really gonna need it. I don't really care about that card. I think we can run off of just 2 Exeggutors and we'll just get the Sceptile down. Now he can't damage me with Buzzwole or Nihilego or Kartana. He's coming close in his Kartana turn. So he doesn't have that option anymore. We'll Lillie for 3. We'll Tropical Shake for the knockout. Yeah, my opponent is in a pretty bad spot. They might have another counter stadium. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. They've only played 1. So we'll see if the Life Force sticks. But they cannot damage my Sceptile with Buzzwole. They can do a Custom Catcher and maybe bring it up and try and knock it out because I don't have an energy on it. But yeah, outside of that, not looking great. One thing we could do, if they do knock me out, we can actually play down Ditto. We can just Lure Ball to try and get back an Exeggutor. So that's one of the nice things I like having about Lure Ball. Because if you have an Exeggcute in play, or like, well, in this case, if you have an Exeggcute in play, and you don't have an Exeggutor in your hand, you have a Lure Ball, but you have an Exeggutor in your discard, you can actually just Lure Ball, get back the Exeggutor, and put it into play through the Exeggcute you have in play. So Lure Ball, I think, is not great, but it can do for now. So it looks like he's getting ready for that Spiritomb to come in and knock me out. But yeah, I don't really know if my opponent can win this at this point. There's just way too much on my board. They can't damage me with these Pokemon. Spiritomb's the only thing that one-shot me, but the fact that I'm 2 prizes away from winning is not good. The only thing that could take a hit is that Celesteela. Ooh, yeah, it looks like they're committing to Spiritomb here. Is it going to knock me out? Nope. Oof, 10 damage off. Yikes. Yeah, and we can just Life Force, heal the Exeggutor. Once again, we're kind of just chilling. Yeah. My opponent can still drop a Zapdos to knock me out, but I win the game pretty much. But yeah. Exeggutor Grass Boys. It can beat Zapdos. Again, that's one of the issues with this format is I'm expecting not to play against many tag team decks because Cherish Ball isn't, you know, in the format right now. Sadly. So that's one of the issues with these matches is like, I can't really show off Exeggutor too well against like GX decks. But against stuff like Zapdos, which could still be a threat, I get to show it off. There's an Ultra Space. Interesting card, actually. Forgot that Ultra Space existed. Because my ZapBeasts deck doesn't play Ultra Beasts. Or Ultra Space. It does play Ultra Beasts, obviously, but it doesn't play Ultra Space. They get Nihilego. Yeah, not much they can really do. Does it prevent all effect? Prevent all damage? Oh, they could actually... They could Nihilego me. I think they put it back though with Pokecom, but they could have Nihilego'd me and, like, confused me. But I can just go Tate Liza, go to the other Exeggutor. Yeah, Exeggutor! Maybe it's the best deck to play if you're expecting much Zapdos. But yeah, I think Alolan Exeggutor is definitely going to be a really interesting deck in this new format because it does have some great options. So yeah, we'll give my opponent the GG. Yeah, GG. I don't know, do they know we can type? But yeah, that's game. We'll just drop a little shake, knock him out. Boom, the power of Exeggutor. We got a really good start too with the Shuckle and stuff like that. We were able to get the Treecko online. We got the Blitzle because of Friend Ball. That was pretty good. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Probably another game with the deck. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to get into the second game here with the post-rotation Exeggutor deck. And it looks like we are going to be up against a different deck this time. So the last game was against ZapBeasts. And we ended up winning. And my opponent's got a fire deck, which definitely isn't great for us because Exeggutor is weak to fire. I do have a dragon build that literally doesn't play any grass. Exeggutor just uses dragon. So we might be in for a pretty interesting game here. And I am curious to see how it goes. I am curious. So let's let my opponent know here. Nah, it's all good. Alright, so we'll see how this game goes. My opponent is playing a fire deck. It could be a Baby Blounds or it could be an Arcanine deck. We are going to start with Treecko. Alrighty then, that's fine. We do have a pretty bad hand, I would like to say. We can do Find a Friend. But that puts it in our hand. Okay, so we'll have to netball for an Exeggcute. Yeah, it's a Blacephalon deck. So I think we can beat this. Blacephalon doesn't have Wishful Baton anymore, but we do have Tropical Shake that can one-shot the Blounds. And if my opponent can't consistently knock me out, we might actually be okay. I think Beast Energy just got on banned at the time of making this video, so yeah. Alright here, let's see what my opponent's able to do. Hopefully we can draw something here. The only problem with not having Lele anymore, like, yeah, you can't just drop Lele. Ooh, Welder does get 2 energies on. I'm curious to see how my opponent's gonna be able to consistently do Fireball Circus. Alright, Heat Factory. If I can draw a Fire Energy here, that would be amazing. So I can draw 3 cards, that'd be pretty lit. So we're not out of the game immediately, we just have to draw good enough and we should be okay. So I think Energy Retrieval rotate, so all they really have is Fisherman and Fire Crystal? Now let's see. Yeah, as long as they can't attack, like if they have one turn where they miss an attack, I think we could be good to win this game. We do have Sceptile too, obviously. And I think I might actually try to get Sceptile. Please tell me it's not prized. Okay, good. Yeah, Sceptile might literally be our ticket to winning this game. Okay, so unfortunately, I can't do a Heat Factory play, but I can do this. Thin the deck out a little bit more. I guess I could have grabbed the different energy, but the Viridian might not get bumped, so we'll do Find a Friend, and I think we'll just get rid of... We'll get a Shuckle. So really, as long as we get the Sceptile going, we're good. So my opponent needs to discard 2 energy and knock out Exeggutor, which isn't too hard to commit to. We'll see if they get there. But yeah, if we get our Sceptile online, we should be good to win. We don't have Stretcher anymore, so it's not like we can lose our Treecko and then just Stretcher get our Treecko back. That option is no longer a thing in this anymore. So that's one of the unfortunate things about this rotation. I'm actually curious though if my opponent will end up bumping my Viridian. I guess I should have just grabbed a different type of energy, but whatever. We can probably knock him out here, so this is good. Yeah, this is Fireball Circus. My opponent does have to get rid of an energy here, just to knock me out. Yeah, 1 energy. They could have went for Blazer, but they probably don't want to risk it. So we'll see how we do. Alright, what are we looking at? Hey, there we go. We are not out of the game just yet. So yeah, our Wing Edition is really just get the Sceptile online. I am going to be curious, though, too, if my opponent is playing custom catchers in their build, because they can custom catcher my Sceptile up and potentially KO it. That could be a bit of an issue. If I don't get a Grass Energy on my Sceptile, it can get knocked out by Blacephalon. Alright, Cynthia for the win. Alright, what are we looking at here? Not much. We can do a Viridian, thin out the deck a little bit. So, we're hitting pretty hard. Friend Ball. So, I saw, I think it was Colorless and Fires. We can't really get anything with this. I could just burn it. Yeah, we could get Ditto, I guess. Maybe I could have saved that. Yeah, whatever. Let's Tropical Shake, knock him out. We'll see if my opponent has a response. I would like to get an Exeggutor next turn without having to Sunshine for it, so I can get the Sceptile into play. We might live, though. My opponent does need... They're going to need 5 energy here to knock me out. They need 3 on the active and 2 in their hand to get a knockout. Plus, they need to have a Welder. So they actually need quite a bit here if they want to take down my Exeggutor. And if they don't take it down, I'm going to Sunshine Grace, get a Sceptile in play, put a Grass Energy on the Sceptile so it can't get knocked out. And then at that point, I think we can kind of lock the game up. My opponent does have a few answers, like maybe Blacephalon GX can use Burst and Bursting Burn. But it looks like my opponent will get the knockout here. Which is whatever. Alright. Ooh, they bought my stadium. Interesting. And they have Jirachi, so... Yeah, we didn't really need to play that Friend Ball. Or we... Yeah, never mind. Didn't matter if we played the Friend Ball or not. Basically what I'm trying to get at. So, let's see. They got a Judge Whistle. They can do Fireball Circus for a knockout. They need 2 energy discards here. If they're playing the Dragon Exeggutor, they would need to discard a lot more energy. They would need 4 energy discards to knock out the Dragon Exeggutor. So, let's see if we can draw into an Exeggutor. We do not. We have 2 in the deck. We have 2 Pokécom still, so we still have, like, a decent chance of hitting the Exeggutor, I'd like to say. I'm just gonna go for a Tate Liza. I could Lillie for, like, a couple cards, I'm not gonna get much value out of that. I'd rather get a new hand, try and hit the Exeggutor. Ooh, we didn't. We did get a Ditto, though, which kinda helps. I guess I can still get Sceptile. Because he can't damage me if I still get Sceptile, but... I want to get a better setup, so I think we'll just get the Exeggutor. We have the Ditto, so we have a potential another Exeggutor for next turn. We're still knocking him out. We're still forcing him to have 5 energy every turn to knock me out, which is quite a bit. And they have the Welder, and they play 2 already, so we still... Okay, there we go. We're golden, we got the Sceptile and the Exeggutor for next turn. Unless we get judged, but I doubt it. We're still forcing him to have to get 5 energy to KO me here, so there's a lot to commit. So I still feel pretty safe about this. I still feel pretty safe. Even if they don't knock me out, even better, because the more... If I can get an energy on my Sceptile, there's, like, nothing they can do about it, because they can't take out the Sceptile, because that's an energy on it. And there's no way they're playing Crushing Hammer, so yeah, we should be good. I think after this game, too, we can wrap up the video. Baby Blonde is going to be interesting in this new format. Don't know how good it'll be, but we'll see. There's definitely some potential for it. Alright, my opponent did find another knockout, it looks like. So as long as they're not playing double Custom Catcher, which they might get off a Stellar Wish, then there's really no way they can stop my Sceptile. But, and if I'm being honest with you, I have high doubts they even have room for Custom Catcher. Maybe like just 2 Custom Catchers, but playing all 4, there's no way they're going to have room for all of these cards. Judge Whistle, Pokegear, Acro Bike. Yeah, I don't think they have room for Judge Whistle. I'm going to say that they don't have Judge Whistle, or not Judge Whistle. They don't have room for double Custom Catcher. So, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of commitment there. So we should be good here to get a good lock off. Alright, I'm going to do everything before Acro Bike. Just in case Acro Bike is like Sceptile and Exeggutor, or something like that, you know. That would kind of suck. We can go for a Lillie here. Or a Cynthia. Doesn't really matter. He actually doesn't have any more Blowns in play. And obviously, you know, a very certain card rotated. Known as Stretcher. Alright, we'll get the Sceptile. I am looking to actually Brock's Grit. So, we'll see if we can find a Brock's Grit here. Maybe off Acro Bike? No, we did get another Exeggcute, though, which I'll take. No, I should have taken the Cynthia, because I could still Brock's Grit at some point. Whatever, you know what, screw it. Doesn't matter. Let's just Lillie for 5. There's Brock's Grit, okay. Got Life Force. We do have a Lure Ball, too, for next turn. We'll get rid of Lillie, I think, at this point. That can go. Get the Grass, and there's no way that my opponent's going to take out my Sceptile next turn. So, yeah. We should win this game now. There's no way they can attack my Exeggutor. Other than, like, maybe Bursting Burn. But I still have my switches. So, I think this game is about wrapped up. Especially because we have the Sceptile in line. But yeah, Exeggutor Sceptile. Could it be better than the Dragon version? Because with the Dragon version that I have, it's focused more on, like, damage output with Shrines and Dragon Talon. But this Grass version is more focused on a little bit more consistent because you have the Grovyle. And you have a bit more tankiness because you have Life Force, Choice Helmet. And you also have the addition of Sceptile, which kind of gives you matchup spreads against some of the Ultra Beasts that are going to be threatening the format. So, both Exeggutor builds are going to be interesting to look at, and I am going to be covering that Dragon one either for my next post-station video or, like, a couple from now. But yeah, I think both Exeggutor lists are going to be interesting. The Grass one does have the strength, the Grass has some benefits, and the Dragon one also has benefits, so they're both interesting to try out. So we'll see if my opponent's able to get anything here. The only thing I can think of is they have to, like, Bursting Burn with a Blacephalon. Prevent all damage done. It doesn't prevent effective attacks. It can prevent the damage done. So they still want, they can get a Blacephalon GX. They're going to do their first attack, confuse and burn me. That's the only way they can try to deal with me, but that's not going to stop the Sceptile at all. And once we get energy on Sceptile, we should auto-win unless they play Arcanine or something. So I think we have this wrapped up. We can also Brock's Grit get back everything in our... We can get back almost, yeah, everything, right? Let's see. So they'd have to do a lot to knock out Sceptile. I don't think they got it. Yeah. So we should be good here. There's an energy. We're golden. We'll Brock's Grit, get back, Exeggcute UU. And we'll get back one of our energies. That's why I love the Brock's Grit. Oh, maybe I should have gotten back more than one Grass, but again, I think we're fine. You can just put that onto Sceptile. And now Sceptile cannot be damaged by Ultra Beasts. And we Tropical Shake. And I don't think my opponent can win this at this point. There's not enough Pokemon on board for my opponent to take 2 prizes and then win the game because, well, maybe. But I highly doubt they have Custom Catcher. That's like the only way they can get out of this. Knock out this guy before we get energy on them. We should be good, though. Yeah, my opponent... As you can see, this Sceptile build definitely has its merits over the other builds of... over the Dragon build of Alolan Exeggutor. Ooh, Victini Prism. So they have one out, but that's fine. I still have my other Exeggutor. This game is still pretty much wrapped up, I think. We'll see if they go for a Blazer. Alright, let's see. Oh, Judge Whistle. Alright. But yeah, GG to my opponent. I don't want to call a game right now, because it really isn't, but you get what I mean. Alright, what do I want to do? I don't think they have any more stadiums, so we'll play that down. Cynthia. Yeah, there we go. We got Blitzle. Not going to play that down. We'll just do this. Tropical Shake for the knockout. Yep. That's the Exeggutor build for you with the Sceptile. So yeah, a lot of Ultra Beasts in this new format, I think, especially with the new Nagano LGX. And if you want to play this version of Exeggutor and have Sceptile to help you in those matchups, here you go. You got the Sceptile. So my opponent can knock me out with Victini here if they have an energy. And we should win the game. There's really nothing they can do to take all the prizes. But yeah, GG to my opponent. And shout out to Glassman for the game. We'll give him the GG. This matchup definitely seems bad at first, but the fact that we have the Sceptile just gives us a big scope of how it works. So yeah, thanks for watching today's PTCGO Pulse Rotation video. Let me know what you guys think of the list. What would you add to the list? What would you take out of the list? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. If you're going to try to pick up some Unified Minds codes when they go live on Card Cavern, use code LDF if you order some. And I'll see you guys on the PTCGO video. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to help me on the road to 5K subs or 6K, wherever we're at right now. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Bye.